Okay, here is our kidney. So let's look at some of the parts. This outside covering is called the renal capsule. This indention here is called the hilus. Sometimes it's called the hilum. Here's the renal artery, renal vein. This is the ureter, which is going to drain the urine away down to the urinary bladder. Turning this kidney over. Again, you see the renal capsule out here. And you see this little zone here. This is called the cortex. Now the cortex goes from the renal capsule to the base of these triangular shaped structures here, which are called renal pyramids. See, they're triangular shaped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 of them that you can see on this model. So from the base of the renal pyramid to the renal capsule, that's the cortex. The area or region that the pyramids are in is called the medulla. And this is the renal pelvis. Okay, you can see that each of these renal pyramids has a little tip of it. It comes to a little tip. That's called the renal papilla. And the papilla is surrounded by a little cup-like structure called a renal calyx, or just a calyx. Now there are names for these calyces. This is a minor calyx here. If you look over here, here's a minor calyx, a minor calyx, a minor calyx, a minor calyx, because they are individuals and they drain into a large one called the major calyx. You can see down here, here's a minor calyx that's been opened up so you can see the papilla that's projecting into it, because the papilla drain urine and it's going to be channeled into this renal pelvis. And since urine is coming out of the papilla, it has to be captured, and so this little cup-like structure surrounds the renal papilla and drains the urine into the renal pelvis. Okay, so down here, here's a minor calyx, a minor calyx, a minor calyx. There's one over here. Here's a major calyx. See, all these tributaries drain into one large one that drains into the renal pelvis. This is a major calyx, and each one of these is a minor calyx. Here is minor, 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 and there's a major there. Okay, so you can see the renal pelvis here. You can see the renal artery, renal vein, and the ureter, which is draining the urine down toward the urinary bladder.